you, today we're gonna be making some empanadas. I'll show you shortcuts so you don't have to spend too much time in the kitchen. So first, the empanadas. I don't make the dough. I buy it at Tropical Market, and a lot of Presidentes also have them. They're called La Salteña. I recommend this brand, I really do. I never use any other one. They're not paying for this, and I just love using them. These are empanadas, but little ones, so I'll do this for the kids and then big ones for adults. The ground beef that I'm gonna be using is organic from Aldi, and then red peppers, green peppers, and onions. So I get this at the supermarket. Any Latin supermarket has them. It's called sofrito blend, so it has everything chopped for you, and I just add an extra onion just to make the empanadas really juicy. An entire bag of green onions, they're usually like 10. This, I had to chop them, guys. Olives, I use like at least like 20, and I put them in the chopper. And I keep the little liquid that the olives comes in because that makes the empanadas juicier. Then I add a little bit of all this, guys. Right here you'll see garlic powder, garlic already cut. It comes in oil, salt, pepper, more oil, a little bit of oregano. It makes them really tasty. Sazón completa, complete seasoning, a little bit of that also, and just a tiny bit of cumin. For the ham and cheese ones, I use some regular ham and mozzarella, and some of them are gonna have eggs. Boiled eggs, so you just boil an egg and you mix it in. I'll show you how. So all the empanadas come frozen, so you gotta treat them with a lot of care. And when you're separating them, like I did for the big ones, you gotta treat them really gently, okay? So you pull them up like that, and you keep the little paper that comes underneath, the transparent paper, on. And if you have the AC on, you need to turn it off because that's gonna make them dry. So while the empanadas are coming back to life, we put some oil in here, just like I will say 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons, and we'll start breaking the meat down. Now we're gonna start adding salt, pepper. Yeah, that's not gonna work. You guys are not gonna be able to hear me. And you know, I always have a lot of important things to say. Okay, so now we put some garlic powder in here. We'll add everything else later. So I'll keep breaking all the ground beef as little as possible. Now I'm gonna grab a fork to break it even in smaller pieces, because the more that you break the meat, the better taste it will get. And this is the meat empanadas. But I'm gonna also make some ham and cheese, and those can be eaten in the morning. And you can always freeze them. We are ready to add more things here. I'm adding right now the olives. I really don't like olives. That's why I chop them really tiny, because I like the taste, but I don't like to bite into an olive. Some people do. I don't like it. You can put like the entire thing. Some empanadas have entire olives on them. And these things later. These are all the red and green peppers along with the onions. I always tend to add them like that in here. And I do separately the green onions with garlic. But this, I always put them in there, like that. And let me tell you, they come out really good. So here, I'm gonna add some oil to cook. Yeah, I have no measurement for that. Sorry guys, I just throw a little there. I have no idea how much I put. Let's say 2 teaspoons. So now I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 of this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's like little garlics. Imagine there are like 4 cloves of garlic. And the onions, the green onions in here. Ay! Oh my god. Oh my god, I forgot one ingredient. This guy. This one. I always add this because I like the taste and the color it gives to my meat. So we'll proceed to add this thing in here. Oh, this, I don't know how much I put. You just put, you know, to give it some color. And now I'll add some complete seasoning. Sazón completa. Yeah, here, I don't even know how much I put of that. And oregano. Oregano, oh my god, this, I put a lot of this. I love the way it tastes. And the cumin coming up next. Just a little. Husband doesn't like it, but he eats my empanadas and he loves them. So, there you go. Now, you see how it looks? Tasty. What happened with these guys? Like, I don't know. They're not doing the tss. You guys are supposed to be making some noise here. Tss, right? You guys are supposed to be sizzling. Wake up, people. Keep stirring this. This is completely optional. Many people don't like egg, but I like to put the yolk of one egg in here. It's not necessary, but I like it. We'll be shortly adding this to the whole mix. Throw them in here. Turn that off. Let's try it. Really good. Okay, so now we can turn this off. So here we have the ground beef that I cooked with you guys. Ham and cheese. I grabbed the ham that I showed you and the cheese. I cut it into pieces and I put some oil, olive oil on it and some oregano. Now I'm gonna mix that. And I was thinking about my husband, and he really likes basil, tomato and mozzarella. It's a type of empanada really known in Argentina and he loves that one. So here we'll have some to make for him, the empanadas that he likes. And the egg that I'm gonna mix in some of the ham and cheese because my husband doesn't like eggs, so I put half and half. Some egg in some of them and some ham and cheese without any eggs. Get some water, like I have over here, regular water. And we gotta make a circle around the empanadas because that's gonna be like the glue that is gonna make them close. And I'll show you how you can close them in two ways. Repulgue, which is the way we use it in Argentina. And then if you don't know how to make a repulgue, I'll show you how to close them just with a fork. So you can still do them if you don't know how to do that, okay? So we'll put water like in a circle around all of them. Go to the oven and we are gonna turn it on so that it starts heating up. The magic number here is gonna be 375, okay? Start. And we're gonna grab a tray and we're gonna spray some olive oil on it. We're gonna be laying here all the empanadas, so we're gonna need more than one. We grab a spoon and we're gonna start filling in the empanadas. You don't want to stuff them too much because then it's really hard to close them. Ham and cheese over here. Remember, ham, cheese, olive oil, a little bit of salt, pinch of salt, and oregano. Okay, so now we'll do the caprese ones, which is mozzarella, tomato, basil that I cut from my patio here because we have a plant, some olive oil, and then we're gonna bake them for like 20 to 25 minutes. And then I'll add the egg that I told you about. I have here 1 egg white that was the leftover from the yolk that I added to the grounded beef, and 1 entire egg that I boiled. Okay, I'll put this in some of the ham and cheese ones because I like them with egg, but not many people do, so I'll keep those for me. To close them, we want to add water like a circle around them, and then you'll grab it like that and you make an effort for the ends over here to meet, and then you start closing it all the way on the side. The water, like I said, acts like the glue, so you try to close it as much as possible. And I like to close them with repulgue, which is a nice way of closing them. But if you don't know how to do that, don't worry, because I'll show you how to close them just with a fork. So repulgue is something that goes like that. You twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it, and close. Twist it and close, 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 and all the way to the end like that. You see? That's how I like to close them. And sometimes I use the different closure of the empanada to indicate what flavor they are, or show you how to close it with a little fork. Here's a fork. Let's put water in another one. Like I said, remember, we're gonna put water on the round top of the empanada. If you don't put water, it's gonna close. Because it's like the glue. Okay, so now we close this one. First, you close it on the top, like that. You remove the plastic, and then you close it all the way on the side. You can also do it with the plastic on. And now you will put it down on the table. Okay, you gotta press really hard so that it doesn't explode with the heat of the oven. So sometimes you want to do it twice, you can do it twice. You see? That's it. So here's the empanada closed if you don't know how to make the repulgue. Okay. So now we have to beat an egg, and with a brush we're gonna be painting the empanadas. This is gonna make them close better, and they're gonna look much better. So I'm running out of time. I decided to do everything with forks. I didn't do any more repulgue. So now, before putting them inside the oven, you gotta pinch them like this, so that if they start blowing up because of the heat, they don't explode. There they are, and they're gonna stay in there for like 20 to 25 minutes until they look golden. Here we go, looking good. The ones that I made here to freeze. This little paper divides the layers that I have, and I'll freeze this that don't have the egg on top of them that I put, and you keep them in there for as long as you want, and once you want to get them out, you wait until they come back to life, you thaw them, and then you put the egg on top and you put them in the oven. So 25 minutes later, they're out of the oven that was at 375. You gotta lift them and make sure that they look golden, like that, toasted at the bottom, okay? They look pretty nice. Here are the little ones. I'm gonna also pinch this. So here you go, the other ones are also ready. Little ones over here, big ones also, and the other ones that you don't see is because I froze them. So I hope you like it. If you did, just share it with your friends and make sure you subscribe, it's free. See you guys on my next video, bye.